Yes, sir. It is Thursday night, which means it is your second installment of the Sick Podcast Anvil show for this week. Clyde is back from Germany and with some stories I have to tell. So, yeah, Sammy, let's get it started.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Anvil Show.
Intercepted! Marlon Jackson! Marlon's got it! We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Marlon Jackson with the interception! He picked off Tom Brady!
The sickest Indianapolis Colts podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Yes, sir. It's going to be sick. Before we bring the fellas in, please give me my DraftKings read. There it is. So get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now and use code 6sports. New customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on NFL. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code 6sports. The crown is yours. That is a word from our sponsor. Go ahead and bring in Frick and Frack. You've had to deal with them for the last couple days, but the voice is back. Okay, Sammy, do we always have to do this? Where's my place on the panel, sir?
Mr. fucking Special.
Please, thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you. This is why
Jeez.
you are my favorite. And I always say the nice things to Sammy. Now, hold on, because you guys didn't hear it.
As you say it because you're a brown noser.
First off, on my Anvil Smashes, you shut your mouth. But since
Yes,
I
sir.
have your attention, please like, follow, subscribe, all the things, YouTube, Facebook, the X, Instagram. You know where to find the Sick Podcast, Anvil Show, or Sick Podcast, or Sick Pod Colts, I'm sorry, on the X. And then, of course, our individuals on the X. But anyway, I am back, and it feels great to be back. And boys, you did a great job booking the fan of the year before she even really got to feel like the fan of the year. So let's give you a round of applause for making sure we stay on our task. Yeah. So how was that conversation with Marin? I haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
It was, we didn't get into a lot of, footballish talk with her. And that's shameful because that woman's very knowledgeable about football.
Mhm.
We need to get her back on and actually talk football with her. But just hearing the stories, hearing, how her family supports everything that she does. And
Yeah.
it was really, really, really neat. I enjoyed that episode really well.
You know, it'd be cool if and like once she's actually had a chance to kind of do some of the events, we ask her to come back, but we also ask Tyler to come on, and then we have two fan of the years talking about their experiences and if there's a difference between his and hers. I think that'll be pretty cool to
Well,
put a show together like that.
another friend of the show, the Ultimate Fan from Houston,
Ultimate
won.
fan.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Steve Beckholt has the belt. You know him.
Maybe. I don't
Has
know.
the belt. Paints his face like Sting. Got big ass arms.
It's a Texans guy?
Yeah, he's a Texans fan.
Why would I know that?
Because he's been on the show before.
Not while I was here.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's a friend of ours. We can get all of them on.
Okay, fan of the year. Let's do it. We'll call it the fan of the year episode. Okay.
We'll get a hold of Eli again. Have Eli
who's
come
that?
back.
These are people I don't know. Matter of fact,
Oh my God.
I don't know these people. Mind you, you had a podcast.
Eli won
before.
Fan of the Year 2 years ago,
Okay, cool.
and
Amazing.
he's been
for
on
Eli.
the show. You've met him. He's come by the tailgate.
If I'm telling you I don't know these people, don't tell me who I know. That is the most annoying thing you can do.
I'm telling you, you know him.
And then you
Clyde
always
doesn't
say
know
he's
much
been on the
about
show, but
tailgates.
you forget your show. This show has had many faces. It was the D-Line Sports Show. Clyde was not a part of that. Then it was the You and Acosta show, whatever that was called for a little bit. And then it was the You Carve show. Then like you had a lot of shows, bro. You've been around for a while. Like you're like, some shit. Like you're like something that won't go away. Maybe people are tired of seeing you.
We
Yeah.
can,
You're like that.
We
That
can just
bump on your
leave now.
ass that you can't get.
I can't leave. Where's my button? Okay, I'm
You know,
going to Germany now.
first off, country,
Just to get away from you.
let me Omaha you, motherfucker.
Oh,
This is what you're not going to do. You're not going to promise these people a Das boot for months and then suck at it. Don't even say nothing because you suck at it.
You know what? I want to see you fucking try it.
No. All I'm saying
Oh
is
yeah.
Clyde stays in his lane. I know I can't drink beer, but this guy promised these people a Das boot for shit at least 5 months.
You look at the comments on our Facebook page. Everybody fucking loved it.
Yeah, because you was like throwing up and blowing a gasket and shit. They loved you looking crazy.
Well, yeah, 64 ounces is a lot of fucking liquid. Regardless if it's beer or not.
I'm gonna take a Das boot if we win. You didn't do a Das sock. You suck. Okay.
you got 3 on that one, big boy. And you took the heat off of
call
me.
him
I gotta send you some gummies.
Das sock.
I did my best.
Das sock in the house.
Maybe
Oh my God, it's
maybe
hilarious.
next time we'll get him one of those kids' shoes.
Yeah.
DOS kid shoe, and you can
Das sneaker.
chug out of that one.
No, I'm just playing, man. Good try. It's the thought that counts, buddy.
I wouldn't have
suck,
made.
man.
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't have made half that damn boot.
Yeah. Okay.
At least he finished it. It took,
Clyde don't drink beer, so then there's that.
It took a couple breaths, but he finished it. So I'll give him credit for that. Hell
I
yeah.
should have drank. It probably would have been as bad if I would have drank it warm, but it was ice fucking cold. It's ice fucking cold.
Oh my God.
All right. How much beer did you and Thomas drink over there?
Okay, so here's the party, right? Let's talk about Germany.
Yeah, there's what people want to hear instead of you making fun of people.
Now I tell you, everybody that's paying attention or watching, this episode is hitting at the most perfect time because we got the bye week and we ain't got no keys to victory to talk about because there's no game. But we got Clyde fresh back from Germany, getting ready to tell us all the damn stories and ugly details.
All right, man. Listen.
Don't hold back, baby. Give it to me all. And did you bring me back a prize?
No, I told you that.
Dirty son of a.
No, there's nothing to bring back.
You were supposed to bring me back a prize.
First off, you are a grown man. Why do you act like a child? A prize?
Because I've been good.
I'm not doing this with you. So anyhow, so in Germany, you go to a local bar and you say, I'll have a Weizen. So I told Thomas, I said, listen, buddy, when you walk into a German pub or a German bar, just know that the beer that you're getting is basically how they feel about their country. Proud. It's not going to be your typical, oh, I can slam 2 of these Budweisers and call it good. I'm not crapping on American beer, but Germans do it different. So we go to our first German bar. Mind you, we've been in country now for a couple hours. He's ready to like pop a top and get it going. And he sits down. We order our first. We do a cheers. And he's like, oh, man, that's good. I said, oh, shit, here we go. Because I already knew what that meant, right? Keep them coming. So we get through he gets through Weizen 2, right? And now he's starting to say shit that doesn't make sense. Like he mumbling and muttering like shit that doesn't make sense. And so I start the video because I got to get some good video. And he's like, look, I'm fine. I say anybody that says I'm fine is not fine. Like that's the first thing that you say, you're drunk. He's like, no, I'm good. Fine. So we go to our second bar. He orders 3 more of these puppies. Now it's a party. I'm like, oh shit, left foot in front of right foot in front of left foot. Let's make sure you can still walk now. Let's not get too crazy. So it was his experiment with trying to figure out if there are truly difference between German beer and American beer, and he found that out the hard way. I mean, when I say he was crushed, bro, so the vlog is coming, right? But I have some stuff that Thomas absolutely had to get camerized for because he was losing his fucking mind. Did y'all see the video that I sent y'all when he sang I'm a
I'm an American in the Netherlands.
Walking down the sidewalk.
listen, man,
Thinking he's fucking Hulk Hogan and shit.
bro, and like when he's breaking it down, he's like, listen, there's like 6 words that you have to like focus on. I was like, what? He was like, because if you hurt my friends, you hurt my pride. I was like, Thomas, I need to get you to the freaking room so you can go to sleep, bro. He's like, no. See, and you should feel bad because I'm younger than you and I have to explain this to you. I was like, what the are you talking about, dude? It was oh my god. This dude is a party animal. It was his birthday week. I'm glad I got to experience it with him. But before doing that again, you have to be ready because Thomas is a lot.
He is a lot. This is also the same motherfucker that said Jimmy Buffett 2 weeks after he passed away was at our tailgate. He was sloshed then.
Oh my
god.
God.
You wasn't there for that one.
He's an idiot. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can get you going, bro.
Can you send that to Sammy and let him play it?
Oh no. I can do this though. Hold on. I think I can. Let's see if I can make it happen. Oh wait.
Fight for your life. Oh yeah, dude, I can run through a fucking brick wall right now. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide.
Listen.
One day you'll understand that, you know.
One day I'll understand.
And it's sad that I'm half your age and I understand it more than you do.
What don't I understand?
There's like 6 words.
Tell me again.
If you hurt my friends, dude, then you hurt my pride. You gotta be a man. I can't let it slide.
And then what?
You beat them and kick your ass.
No, I'm saying, and then what happens after that? How's the song go after that?
I don't remember. I'm man.
Thomas is an asshole. He's like, there's like 6 words that you have to focus on. Bro, what are you talking? And I'm telling you, man, that night in the Netherlands in Amsterdam was absolutely psycho, bro, because the drinks were so cheap. We might have did 15 Jaeger bombs and like these, and probably like 10 of these sour shots. Not to mention he kept drinking beer. So at this point, he's out of his mind. Like literally out of his mind. And I'm like, I can't do this with you, bro. Like, so we're having like these little micro arguments like the whole night. Dude, I'm like, I felt like I was gonna choke him out. Like in love, I was like, I'm gonna have to choke him out and put him to sleep. Like, he's getting on my nerves. Like, remember I text you, I was like, I'm gonna kill Thomas. Like, I felt like at some point I'm going to literally have to UFC like rear naked choke him to sleep because he was driving me nuts, bro. Like just like he's trying to like tell me random shit like that. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? It's a song that you don't have to break. Like, there's no value added by you telling me like, if you hurt my friends, then you hurt my. What are you talking about? Insane, bro. But anyway, that's just Thomas. There was a football game to be played, and there was a huge Colts event that was like a 2-day event at the Chicago Meat Packers. Terrible name for a bar, but amazing environment. But anyway, so the night 1 we missed, and of course that was the night that had Jim Irsay and Edrin James in the house. So our boy Sam from the UK, shout out Sam. Let's give him some love. Sam from the UK is the GOAT. Okay, like he is absolutely probably the most important Colts individual over there as far as like, gathering everybody and trying to get them going with his UK fan base. He does a lot for that. Yeah, he's amazing. Huge Colts fan, but he was able to get us the tickets at face value. Because as you've seen, the resale value of the tickets were absolutely asinine. It was insane. But we paid face, and we had amazing seats right behind the goalposts, so that was pretty sweet. But I got to interview multiple people from everywhere. So there's Andy from Ireland, new follower. Oh my God, I think their name there was Felix. Felix won the beer holding competition. Let me see who else was there. God, there's so many. There's Darren. There was Dom from Wales. Oh man, I know all these people. They're all in my phone, bro. I took a million pictures. I took a million interviews. So all that's coming. You'll get to check out our vlog. It's gonna be sweet. But also during that night, I got to do trivia for the Anvil, and I won a Kenny Moore ball. So give myself some love.
What was the question and answer?
Crushed them, bro. It was like a trivia round. So the first one, like it started with easy stuff. It's like, okay, when was Andrew Luck drafted? Easy money, 2012. Then the next question was like, how many years was Peyton Manning a Colt? Easy money, 14 years. Then there was like it started to like uptick a little bit. And I can't remember the third and fourth question. But the last question, which basically everybody had to get right, because at that point I was 4 for 4. It was a 7-part question. I only missed one part. It was like, who are the 7 captains this year? So let me see if y'all get them right. Who's the 7 captains for this year's team?
Zaire.
Yep.
Darius.
Yep.
God, I want to say Ryan Kelly.
Yep.
Buckner.
Yep.
Buckner.
That's 4.
I think JT
Nope.
is a captain. No JT captain. Okay.
AR.
That's 5. 2 more.
Okay.
Quentin.
1 more.
Pittman.
Mm-mm.
Not Pittman. Is it defense or offense? Kenny Moore.
So I got 6 right. I missed 1. I missed Ryan Kelly because I confused it with last year when Luke Rhodes was the captain. So I got 6 out of 7 on that. But at that point, the person to even tie me to go to the tiebreaker had to get that completely right, and they didn't. So I won. But I had only missed a part of a question, so I clean sweeped it, and I was heavily drunk. So
My God.
I know my coach. Hey, there he is.
Hell yeah, bro.
But yeah, like I said,
Represented
night 1,
well.
absolutely. Night 1, Jim Irsay and Edrin James were in the building. So like I said, we missed that. But night 2 was amazing, bro. Like when I tell you, and this is not to like beat our chest or nothing like that, but when I tell you that what we're doing is way larger than what we know, that trip showed me that. Like, first off, there was many people from the UK group. So I interviewed Sam and his buddies, but there was other people in there that knew Sam via the UK group, and like we all sat down, we did interviews. Lucas from the Netherlands, like I said, Andy from Ireland. There was what was his name, Morgan from Germany, like all these guys. But then there were some random guys that came up, and I'm telling you, like when I tell you, maybe it was the alcohol too, like 'cause I got super emotional. But there's like 2 guys that came up and like a third guy, like after I started talking to the first 2, and they were like, "We recognize you, we know you. You're from the Sick Podcast Animal Show. You're Clyde, the voice." I lost my shit. Like to be in another country across the world and somebody knows you, like it was insane. Like I looked at Thomas. Thomas looked at me. He was like, "What's happening right now?" I was like, I don't fucking know, but this is surreal to be recognized across the globe by a foreign Colts fan who's just in a group but actually subscribes and listens to our podcast faithfully. Boys, that is blessings. And that's because of what all of us have put into this. And when I tell you, like, I boo-hoo cried, bro. Like, I boo-hoo cried. Again, I could have been super drunk and all the things. But the moral of the story was, like, sometimes you need to be validated in a way that's not financial, in a way that's not people just blowing smoke up your rear and telling you you're doing this and doing that. Sometimes the validation is you're humbly doing what you love because it's a passion, and you're not worried about what nobody thinks. You're not worried about what anybody else is doing. And then somebody tells you, thank you for what you're doing. That's what happened in that moment. And
That's
Clyde voice boo-hooed like a damn baby. So
that's all right. It's boohoo worthy, man.
yeah, man. It was
That's one time you can cry that I won't make fun of you.
well, thank you. Because you know what? If you hurt my friends,
You hurt my pride. But
Thomas is gonna shit when they see
you
this
know,
episode.
Clyde, you just hit what we do and why we do right on the head, and why we are that way with the Anvil base. We don't call them fans. We don't call them followers. We call everybody that loves this show family.
That's fair.
It's the
Absolutely.
Anvil family, and we've never, none of us have ever tried to act like we was Adam Schefter, Stephen Holder, Zach Keefer. We've never tried to act who we aren't,
Fair.
and I really believe that sets us apart between us and the rest of the content creators or whatever the hell you want to call them.
Fair.
But yeah, you guys, if you see us out on the street, come up. I mean, because we're family. That's the way we look at everybody.
Yeah. And so then there was a game to be played. So the atmosphere on Sunday, when I tell you surreal, like imagine, okay, so of course it's a football country, right? Europe is a football country. When I say football, I mean soccer. So you have fans that are passionate. So again, like they're still learning American football. It's not like it just came out last year, but what I'm saying is a lot of people are relatively new. Like I'm 40 years old, Pat, you're north of 40. Costa,
Way north.
you're younger than 40. But more of the story is a lot of these individuals haven't been fans more than 10, 20 years max. So maybe 2 decades max, because there really hasn't been a presence for them. So they watch it from afar. So to have it in their country, like they treated it like the Super Bowl and the arrival of official party of whomever of importance, like they went all out. And to just hear, like, bro, there's so many things that happen that doesn't happen at a traditional football game for us. Like when they had moments of just like the whole, like, yeah, we're doing the wave, and you see that, in American football stadiums, but to hear the whole stadium in an open air stadium basically scream or singing Country Road, what I mean, by John Denver, and then singing, like, I forget the other songs, but like singing it in harmony, like you felt like you're watching
Wasn't
a
it
European
Sweet
soccer game.
Caroline?
Yeah, I think that was the other one. And like it was just like surreal. Like the energy in there was insane, bro. It was nuts. And of course, the Patriots had the home field and all that, but like you couldn't tell. Like there was just fans in there. Like, yeah, of course, there are people like that rooted for the Patriots. Of course, there were people that rooted for us. But you've seen every jersey from every team. Like everybody was in there. Seahawk fan. It didn't care. They were like, it's football in Germany, and we're gonna be there. And then to meet passionate fans. Michael from Prague. You would have loved this guy. Let you listen to Michael from Prague. Michael from Prague punched freaking Thomas in the chest. It was hilarious. Like punched him in the chest. That's how happy it was. let me listen. Let me let you hear Michael from Prague, bro. When you see this vlog, you're gonna lose it, dude, because it's just full of great stuff. But Michael from Prague was by far the most passionate fan, probably in the history of the world. Watch this shit right here. Oh no. Is this it? This is it. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it going.
All day, baby. All day. We got a W. Where you from? Tell them where you from. Go for the win. Tell them where you from. Czech Republic. Prague, Czech. This guy is hype. He just punched the shit out of Thomas. He just punched. Good meeting you, brother. Yeah. What's your name? Michael. Michael from Prague. Go for the win. Yes. Go for the win.
This dude is huge. Michael is huge, bro. He's like 6. He's probably 6'7", a big dude. He's like, Colts for the win. Czech Republic, Prague. Like, this dude is insane. He probably had 42 beers. And yeah, because I was watching him crush him down, bro. And he was like, you could tell like he's like a or what do you call it, a Greco-Roman wrestler or some shit. Like he's a fucking monster. But it was just crazy to meet people like him and they're Colts fans, and you have no idea how they became Colts fans, but they're super passionate. There's nothing like it, man. Like that was like I was really upset with myself in 2016 when we went to London and I didn't go because I was like, there was no reason for me not to go. And I remember feeling like, man, I was like, I don't care if the Colts ever announce they're going to, Europe again, I'm going. And so I'm glad that I went with that because who knows at this clip, we might be over there 7 more years from now because it's been 7 years since we went the first time. But I'm glad that I got to witness it. I'm glad that I got to experience it. And I'm telling you, like I told y'all in the group, sell a hip, sell a you know what. But next time, bring your asses. And you have to experience it, man. It was totally incredible. And not to mention the travel, bro. We did 3 countries in 3 days. It was insane. We started in Germany, took a train to Paris, took a train to Amsterdam, took a train back to Germany. Then we started going hard and prepping for the game. Like, yeah, man, it was crazy. The fastest 6 days of my life, but the best one of the best weeks of my life. You have to experience it, man. That's all I can say about it. But the vlog is coming out soon. I just gotta work on a few more edits and then get Thomas approval and have him do a couple things. So we're trying to like do it in unison. So hopefully it comes out right.
Yeah, get that shit out. We want to see it.
Slow down, some bitch. Damn.
You've been home for a week now.
Well, I'm not like you. Like, soon as you get excited about some shit, you start mixing spelling words and fucking posting shit backwards and all kind of shit. Like, so I'm trying to take my time.
At least I get it done.
Okay, yeah, if you want to call it that, it's done. DUN, motherfucker.
Like, is you finished or is you done?
Is you finished or is you done? Word to Birdman. Yeah, man. So, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's good to be on the bye week. You could tell the boys need it. I mean, we can close this show out real quick with 5-5 isn't actually bad based on all the shit we've encountered and dealt with so far.
Absolutely not.
Like, it's insane to think that we're at 500 after a tumultuous randomness start to the season from injury, suspensions. I mean, you got to go back to Isaiah Rodgers, suspended and kicked off the team. Fuck yeah, Grove with the PDs, AR out for the season. JT maybe don't want to be a Colt, like all kind of shit we done dealt with, and we're 500 right in the thick of things. So yeah, I mean, Daniel posted tonight in the group that hey, shit, if the Bengals lose tonight, we're in 8th, and we're basically controlling our destiny because we have to play the Bengals still. Still got to play the Texans, who are currently 2nd. I think the hype that's the Jags, maybe they're starting to come off their high because they got their faces melted last Sunday by the Niners, 34-3. And I get it. I mean, CJ, listen, man, I told y'all. And I think we were all on the same, sheet of music. I thought CJ Stroud was the most ready quarterback, and he's showing that. Mm-hmm. But they're still the Texans, so let's be real here. Like, there's some shit that. And again, I'm not taking nothing away from anybody, but the NFL has created this, like, I don't even know what you want to call it, this culture of, like, in late game situations, for whatever reason, don't play defense for fear of penalty. And guess what? He's capitalized off that the last 2 weeks. Shit, he capitalized against that. Like, he capitalized against us with that same mentality because that last drive, like, remember, like, we was like, oh, he had all these yards against us, but like, it was in garbage time and we were playing prevent defense. Mm-hmm. Well, in games that matter, the last 2 weeks, they basically played this shell defense and he went right down the field and got them 2 victories. So maybe people need to wake up and play fucking defense. I don't know.
For 4 quarters.
For 4 quarters, all of them. Like, while all of a sudden, because there's a minute and a half left, all of a sudden you're going to get every pass interference that you haven't gotten all game. Play fucking defense. Stop giving these quarterbacks easy fucking lanes. Oh, yeah, we're just going to sag back, give them 10 yards. Okay, cool. I'll take them because them 10 yards count. It gets me closer to my goal. And that's what he's did. So commend the man for what he's doing, but it's still the Texans. They had the number 1 pick last year for a reason. Okay. Now, they don't have a notable receiver, but it doesn't matter because he's spreading the ball around. They don't really have a running game. Don't matter because he's still finding a way to win. Their line sucks. Doesn't matter because they're still finding a way to win. But they're still the Texans. I don't fear them. I fear the Jags more, and I really didn't even like to fear them, but they beat us twice, so I can't say much. I don't really fear this division at all. We just got to get our heads out of our asses. We could very much be 9-1 right now. And that's
Very
Clyde. That's Clyde truly not even being a homer. But if you look at the games we lost, the outcome doesn't maybe tell the entire story. But the Browns game, let's not do that. Should have been a W. The Rams game getting down 23-0, we still had the ball last before OT and could have went down and kicked the field goal. But we decided to run 3 passes all of a sudden. Didn't make sense. So that could have been a W. Definitely should have won, in my opinion. We could have played better, but we didn't have a running game. So the Jags game, maybe we're 8-2. The Jags are the 2 games I think like we got handily beat.
That first Jags game, I think if JT was on the field, that changed everything.
Facts. But I mean, at that point, he was already on the pup list.
I do feel that.
Yeah, he was already on the pup list, so I don't even like to utilize him in that thought because he was on the pup list at that point. But we had 0 running game. So legitimately, I said 9-1. I say 8-2. The 2 Jags games I will give them. But the other 3 losses, what was that?
Browns,
the Browns, the Rams, and who am I missing?
Saints.
Oh shit.
Saints.
As shitty as that game was, we were winning that game late in the third quarter. As shitty as that game was. And then it just got out of hand because we started doing ignorant and giving up every yard that we ever thought to give up ever. So,
and then some.
And then more, yeah, because it was almost 600 yards. It's pretty disgusting. But anywho, it's neither here or there. So technically, in my mind, 7-3 at the worst. We could be that right now. So sitting at 5-5 and 500 with a pretty soft schedule. Really, the only got to get up 4 games are the Bengals and maybe the Steelers, just because of our history with the Steelers. Like we haven't beat the Steelers probably since before country was born. I don't fucking know. I don't know what happens when the Steelers come to town or we go to Pittsburgh, but it's like those games never. I'm telling you, look it up, bro. I think we haven't beat Pittsburgh in shit, dude. Peyton Manning was the quarterback or something. I don't know.
No, didn't we beat them when Jacoby Brissett had?
No,
because that's the game he got his knee busted up,
Yep.
And then that backup came in.
Hoyer.
Yeah,
we
lost that.
We were up 21. We were up like 28-7 or 6 or some shit and lost. Look it up, bro.
Damn,
it was fucking disgusting.
It was nasty.
It made no sense because we jumped out on them quick, and it was like, oh yeah, we about to run away with this one, and we just let Roethlisberger hang around, and he did what Roethlisberger used to do: come back in the fourth quarter. Just like when we had him in the AFC, the wild card that year, and the crazy play with Nick Harper, he gets tackled by Roethlisberger, and then fucking Vanderjagt kicks the ball halfway down I-65. I said this is the most accurate kicker in the history of the league, and this bitch missed the field goal by the entire stadium. Like he kicked that shit. Like the damn poster right here, he kicked that shit where they come out of the tunnel. I was like, what the fuck are you? Matter of fact, Omaha Mike Vanderjagt.
Oh
God. Giving me memories like that. I don't even, man, shit. Okay.
Idiot kicker.
All right, man. So coming off the bye, we don't have a game this week. We got the Bucks coming in after Thanksgiving. The Bucks are the Bucks, but hey, there's another team that seemingly has our number. Because remember, we went down 3 years ago. We went down to Tampa Bay. We had them in the bag. That's the game that Darius Leonard, at the time he was still Darius, he had to pick 6. Whole thing. We jumped on them quick, and they end up coming back. Jameis Winston threw 4 picks and 4 touchdowns. It was disgusting.
Yeah,
lost that song, bitch, too.
Was it last year that Brady came here?
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago with Carson.
And we was winning that game all the way up to the fourth quarter, and then.
Yeah. And that's the game that, for whatever reason, Frank decided not to run JT till late, and JT got hot. Yeah, but we jumped out quick because that was the game that started with a big touchdown pass from Carson to what's Buddy that got hurt this year? He on the IR, number 16, Doolin. Yeah, he threw a bomb to Doolin 60-something yards for a touchdown on the first drive, and Frank got pass happy. Remember, I think Carson had like 50 passes that game. Some shit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not do this. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it, boys. But no, yeah, man. So Germany and bye weeks and all the things. Try the food. Don't be American. You'll see. I was very American. But definitely try the food in these countries. And I know y'all are foodies, so look at your bodies. But
I mean, I made German food here.
You said what?
I made German food here.
Bruh.
I did.
All right, Clyde.
Say it one more time. What else you do? You did what?
I made German food.
What?
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I can even tell you the name of it in German.
You made a dish.
Das Boot.
Yeah. Between your German food and your Das Boot, I'm not fucking with you two after the bye week. I love you, big boy. But
Well, let me ask you one question before we log off, Clyde.
Okay.
What was the most memorable part of the trip?
The most memorable part?
Yes. For you.
All right. I'm just going
because it can't be Thomas getting drunk or Thomas getting hit or
that was
Thomas singing down the
awesome.
streets.
That was fucking awesome. But no, the most memorable part of that entire trip was, no kidding, like scanning into the stadium and feeling that, every time you walk into Lucas Oil or any other stadium in the country in America, you're just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a good football game today. Go Colts. But walking into that atmosphere, like, I just scanned into a foreign stadium to watch my Colts from Indianapolis, is that moment where it hits you like, you got to love life, man. You got to love life. You got to enjoy life. You got to want to experience life. And just having that surreal moment, like, I'm watching the Colts in Frankfurt, Germany. Like, that's the way the players felt, like, holy shit, I'm playing a football game. As a fan, we're the same way. Holy shit, we're watching our team play in another country. And that was everything for me. Like, looking at the stadium, taking pictures in front of it, Deutsche Bank Stadium, like, I was pretty solid with my German. I was hitting all my shit. Matter of fact, I should have started with Guten Nacht, which means good night. You know what I mean? Yeah, I sound hello. East, my name, all those things. Like, yeah, I learned all that, man. Really cool culture. So, got to talk with passion, Pat. Let me hear you say. Main name, Patrick. Say that. Really? Just a head nod, no?
I could say Das Boot.
I will say this.
You can't even say that.
You, my friend, are full of shiza.
Sammy, take us home.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast and Bill Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.